Welcome to Industries of Titan. My name is Nilaus, and this is a let's try of this game. Industries of Titan is a sci-fi city builder taking place on Titan, the moon of Saturn. The game has been out in early access for about 2 years and is now finally released in 1.0 on Steam. I played it earlier and I enjoyed it, but I felt that something was missing. So now I'm revisiting to have a look at the final version. What is Industries of Titan? Well, according to Steam, it is create a sprawling industrial city, compete with other rival corporations on Titan for resources, territory, and power. Seek victory via technology, influence, warfare, or the wealth extracted from your citizens. Stake your claim to the Industries of Titan in this innovative sim strategy game. Now, these first look videos aim at showcasing the gameplay and highlighting strengths and weaknesses to help you decide whether this is a game for you, and also to determine whether this is a game I should be playing more of on the channel, either here on YouTube or over on Twitch. So I hope that this can evolve into a longer Let's Play, as I'm really enjoying it, and I think that this game has a lot to offer. So if you feel the same way, let me know by liking, commenting, and subscribing to this video. I'm only able to keep doing these and stay independent thanks to the brilliant support on Patreon. So thank you for pledging whatever amount you can to support the channel and the work I do here. Let's dive in. And here we are, starting the game. We've just started a new campaign and we are engaging, sending us as the founder onwards from the station and down into Titan. So here is our campaign mission map, and this is the starting one, the only one you can choose in the beginning, and then we can evolve into more. I have done some testing, so I've already worked on this one, but we're going to be working on this one for this YouTube campaign here. And you can see some interesting things here about what it says: rewards, the mission length, the corporate goals, the ones we need to achieve, and some rival. What we have: rebel aggression is easy, rebel camps good, what kind of weather, and terrain. Over here we have something called favor. That's what we built up in previous missions, and then we can expand it to make the next mission more easy. And all these things, we'll try to explain it as we get into the game. I'll just set some of these things that I think will be a good place for us to start. So I've now selected the options I want. Some more employees, those are the ones that actually work, and how supported employees, that's just going to make it easier to expand a bit. We have also set the influence gain rate here to 200. All this will make sense, we'll just explain it. And then I've lowered the cost of claiming ruins a little bit. So we're going to be confirming the favor, spend all of that, and then we are going to jump on in. This will make this mission significantly easier because we get some bonuses. That's what we achieve in previous missions. Now let's start the mission. Here we are on the map. We start with having to choose a starting bonus. They will be having a positive and a negative effect. Residential buildings hold 150% more citizens. That's nice. Oh, 150 more, or is 150 of total? Citizens generate more waste. Ugh. Scrapping tech increases research investment. Scrapping tech takes the same time as research. Don't know what that means. Fuel silos next to crevices fill up with fuel automatically. Fuel silos explode twice as big. Fuel silos explodes for more damage. Have 30% less health. Fuel turbines less effective. Wow. They're just all bad. Huh. We'll take that one. Alright, so this is our world map and what we're going to be looking at by default. Let's start by just having a look at the buildings. We have a headquarters. This is our only building right now. We have a spaceport that we have access to. And we also have over here a council hall. We work for the council, and they are giving us missions, and we have to follow as they describe. In here we see we've just landed and we just have our workers, our employees. There's a distinction here. There's citizens and their employees. Employees are the ones that sort of are workers. They do stuff. They're the ones we command. Citizens are completely useless. We'll get to that. Now the yellow range here is the command range. This is all the area that we can interact with because of the headquarters. We can upgrade the headquarters to get more. We can build command centers to expand out here. Also, we have the blue. This is what is our territory. If you want more territory, we have to buy it from the council. And we do that by expending influence. Influence is something that accrues over time, and you can also buy it from the council once we've unlocked the council with some artifacts. So the first thing we want to do is we want to survey these magical weird ruins that are around us. They are inside of our area, so I'm just going to press V. V is just surveying. So we'll set one worker to each of these to just set up some survey information here. We can then click on this building, and then we can press F to go inside. At this point, this is when we build inside, so you can see there's like inside and outside where you can build stuff, and that's kind of how it works. We do have a little problem. We don't have any resources, and we don't have anything here, so that's the only way to get that is by claiming these resources. This is now claimed because it's inside our blue territory, and then what I have some options. I can either get some resources, 9 minerals, 2 isotopes. Those are the main ones. You could say they are minerals and Vespene gas, but that's a different game. And then we have waste that's not used for anything at all. Sometimes there's a third option that we can use as well because these ruins are, well, magical precursor civilization thing. So generally, you can see here the artifacts are going to be useful for unlocking tech and doing real different things. For example, this one, we have a lot of minerals, but not a lot of artifacts. So if we salvage this, we don't really lose much. This is also good. And if we have something with 2, then it's going to be a little bit more of a trade-off whether we want to do one or the other. That's but we need some work in the beginning, but we also need some of that. Let's get some artifacts as well. Let's do the artifacts here. This one, yeah, a bit greedy here. Now we do have 62, so we can also start looking at things outside of our area, and we can survey these buildings. Oh, these are rocks. What are they for? Huh. I guess can we build on rocks? Don't know. So what they are working. We have obsidian ruins. These are more valuable. As we scan them, we have to send a worker out. You can see they're running out here to scan. There's some piles lying here. The stuff that is here is not available to us. We need to go inside and build some storage. So they've already come in here and put 12 minerals into the storage. That's fine, but not really. So we need to build some stuff. What stuff do we need? Well, the first thing we want to build is a fuel lab, I think. Yeah, let's make a fuel lab here. And then let's make another storage location here. This one will produce some fuel. Survey complete, survey complete, survey complete. We need to expand out in the beginning. So these are the things we built in here. You can both build on the world map out here, build in each of these tiles, or you can go inside some of the buildings and build inside. Here you can also build spaceships much later on. We're going to need, this one will produce fuel. The way it works is that there is something called cethane in the air. That's here. And there's not a lot of it on this place, but it sort of comes from just in the air, and you can also from crevices it comes more abundant, and then you can just extract it from the air and convert it into fuel. Very handy. And let's go in here. Once that is converted into fuel, we can then have a fuel plant that makes it. You can see this one is producing plus 5 fuel generated. Then we should find something that can use some fuel cost. This one is pretty big, but I think it'll be handy to get that done. We'll build this, and should we also have a fuel tank? Nah. So we can't build the next thing because we are missing some minerals. But that's kind of how it works. They are going out here when they don't have anything else to do. They will claim minerals. Here's really interesting. You can see here, these are minerals number 2. There's a little 2 sign. Each mineral 2 is worth 5 normal minerals. So they are way more valuable. Even though we can get 5 resources, then getting these minerals is super good at this point. I'm going to be tapping that. We have at this point 6 artifacts. So let's unlock the council so we can start interacting with the council. Here, now what can we do at the council? We can trade. We have some trade tickets. We can trade artifacts for influence. Influence, remember, is what we use to claim our territory. You can see the blue bar has expanded out here because we've claimed this territory. If you look at this one, we can also claim that, and we get that inside our area. When we don't have anything else to do, then let's just set them out to scan anything we have out here. Oops. And of course, this uses workers to go out and scanning, but I still think it's worthwhile to do that, to get that done. This is also inside of our area here. Now, we don't collect waste because we don't have anywhere to store the waste. So we now have a power plant, and here, but we are missing some things. Let's see. What we need is a relay that transmits the power to everything inside here that wants power. That means we're not getting any power to this location. That is fine. Then that should be probably made it into a fuel tank. Let's do that. So we have some excess fuel if we need it. And what else do we want to make in here? Well, we can't really make a hell of a lot more. I definitely want to make storage. And then it's really about maybe expanding it a little bit. This energy bridge will allow us to get power is generated here, but it can't go to other floors. It can't go outside. So if we want to get it outside, and we do, then we do need to have one of these power bridges built so that it can sort of access power to the outside. Survey complete, survey complete. Everyone is going out here surveying. And now for us, it's about looking at good options here. 6 isotopes and 24 water. Ooh, that's pretty bad. So let's get this one completed and go for the for that one instead. We can also do upgrade. Not enough resources to upgrade. No, we need 27. That's hugely expensive. We could get this one. And then there we go. If we claim that, we will get some more resources and then we'll make it much better. Cool. At this point, we can continue to expand. We also need to unlock the spaceport, but that's coming a little bit later. We have up here, we're just going through it. We don't have any citizens yet. That's one of the things we really want to do. We have our city employee management. We have 12 resources. They need to be paid every day. The only way to make money is having citizens. So we're going to need some citizens to make money in order for us to pay for the employees. That's just how it works. Ships, those are all coming in later. Here, this is our victory conditions. And I kind of feel the music is a little bit loud, so let's just crank it down a little bit. Music can be is a little bit all over the place in this game. Sometimes it's really loud, sometimes it's just not there. Okay, let's have a look at this location. Unfortunately, as you can see, we are really just straining for space very quickly in here, and there's not really anything we can do about it. Well, there's a bit, but you know, what could we do? We can build some. I think we could do something like this. And then we could also build a little battery in here. And then we can... See, we don't want to block off this one entirely. But we definitely need to do something with our waste management here. So let's make some place where we can store the waste. If we look at our employee here, this is where it gets a little bit more advanced when it comes a little bit later on. You have... and this is what I really like about it. You can see what kind of tasks they're doing. So they're doing construction tasks, and you can see there's a lot of move minerals, a lot of move isotope tasks, and a lot of cleanup tasks that we haven't done yet. And we currently have more jobs than there are. There's 90 jobs now. Way too much jobs. What we could do is we can do here, and then we can say, for example, cleanup is more important than processing and... What? That didn't work, did it? There we go. Cleanup is more important than moving resources and processing. I think processing is more important than that moving resources, isn't it? I think so. We'll do this. We'll try it. So cleanup is first priority. Make sure that they clean up around what they're working on. We can go in here and tap more resources. There are some of them like this inert ruin. This one can store fuel, and so we might want to take this as and it'll sort of work as a building that can store fuel. Don't really care. I'd rather just salvage in the beginning. We just need that one. Can also be salvaged. And anything here, yeah, let's salvage a few more. That one. Okay, and then we are out. We do have a few of these artifacts, so we can use that to exchange here. You can see we get 10 each time. And there we go. Now we used all of our artifacts just to get the training done, but we got 58 or 50. Yeah, so we can claim more and get more. So this is kind of you trade it in, and we at this point we just want to get all of the stuff. Oof, this is really valuable, but also cost 80. That's insanely expensive. If we now go back here, we can see how many tasks they have. Move resources 79. Cleanup still having some work here on clean waste. That is yeah. That's kind of what they have to do because we set it up as higher priority. What else could we build in here? We have a fuel lab, we have a generator, we have a fuel storage, we have a little bit of battery. We can access this one, so maybe a little bit more storage would be valuable. No, I think we need to really focus on... Let's see what else. We could make a little more power. That kind of feels weird. We do want to definitely make some conversion capsules and some habitats and stuff like that, but I don't want to build it in the same one. So I have an idea. First things first, we are going to... Here we have our production menu. These production things are stuff we can build at this level. And we can make logistics, things like storage facility, roads. We can make power plants, pylons. That's already unlocked. So let's... is this really not possible to build? Okay, maybe it is when we unlock it. Let's see if that makes sense. Let's do that one. That'll be an energy pylon. Maybe it's not though. Cancel. Let's make it on the other side. Power. So the pylon here is transferring the power produced inside with the bridge, comes outside. Energy pylon distributes it to other buildings, and then it can go inside again. Then let's also look at a factory. We can't do factories because we need isotopes. So we need some of these to be brought home into a storage in order for us to actually make it. So we need to be done with the cleanup first. How's our storage of waste? It is overwhelming. So let's make... As long as they can come in here, that's fine. There. We want to focus a lot on waste. And let's also make another... storage here, and then we can put more waste. There we go. That's all there is to this one. Not much, but if we can get it upgraded, that would be like nice. But we can also build it in here. Let's actually production. Once we have the factory, then we can start making this. So now we have a grid that extends here. We will also be able to later on upgrade it into other things. Device complete, device complete, device complete. Now, at this point, I'd like to extend more of our artifacts for more influence, but I can't do that yet because you can see this cooldown. It's you can only do it sort of once in a while. This is why I prefer to use artifacts, because you're very often constrained by this how fast you can exchange it, and this is the one that gives the most influence. Influence is what really drives it, because that's where you get free resources from, and anything that is free is really nice. Is this? Oh, these are outside of our domain. Yeah. So you can also rotate. Obviously, this is outside. This one is survey. Let's make sure that we survey things first and just get a sense of whether we want one or the other. As point, get some. Oh, we salvaged. That was like probably the wrong thing to do. Here we can salvage that. This one's also expensive, but actually I wanted to wait a little bit because we had this absurdly expensive one, but also absurdly valuable one. A mineral rank 3, you can sort of compress them and compact them into some better things, and that's as you can see here, that will be a tier 1 is 1 value, a tier 2 is 5, and a tier 3 is 25. So that's like a way to compact materials or resources. And we are now really working on waiting for the factory to get there. So let's in the meantime we can unlock the spaceport. There we go. That gives us some options here. What this means is now there will be occasionally ships coming in. They can bring some citizens, not employees. Employees are the ones that work. Citizens don't do anything, but they can come here and just enjoy the view. Depending on how much the city livability is, we can do things to influence the livability and make it more attractive for them to come in here. That means more will come in. Currently, we don't have any living quarters, so no space for migrants, so we can't really get them inbound here. This is what we want to make in a factory. We want to sort of make a housing factory, I suppose. In order for us to do that, we need to bring some isotopes back. We do have a lot of isotopes, but they don't count as long as they're out here. These are Mark II, these are here. And if we wanted to sort of manipulate that, we could go out here. The reason is we still have a lot of cleanup tasks. So there are 12 of them assigned to cleanup tasks, and only when they're done with the cleanup task will they even start moving resources. Super annoying, but I think it's important that we prioritize cleanup. Is it though? Is it? I don't think so. Cleanup, not so important. There we go. Oh, it's still before processing. Yeah. Right now, cleanup, not so much. When we get more, we'll prioritize cleanup. You can see how many tasks we have here. Move isotopes, move. And if I drag this up, that means moving isotopes is more important than moving minerals. I think that's good because we'll have less isotopes, so make sure that that's done first. There. We can't prioritize these particular jobs, but construction jobs we can prioritize. At this point, now we just wait for us to get enough so we can start working on a factory. We can now make a factory. I'm gonna make actually 2 factories because we want one dedicated to what is it dedicated to? One factory dedicated to our housing, and then another one dedicated to refining, which is something we want to do soon afterwards. We should also get some power plant, but I'd like to get the power plant in a different way. Minerals are coming basically from our ruins, but you can also just take a mineral patch like this, ultra rich. It has 69, nice. I can take that and then I can assign one of the workers that will now be dedicated to mining at this location. It isn't really necessary right now because we're getting enough of this. What I can also see is that I don't even have any patches of isotopes, so we are going to be a little bit squeezed for isotopes here as far as I can see. That's going to be interesting to manage that problem. Building complete. We have a factory. Let's rename this factory to population. There we go. That's going to be our population thing. Let's enter. And in here we want to make some stuff. What stuff do we want to make? Well, we want to make a habitation pod. That's where they are living. Let's make 2 of that. 2 people can live in each of these habitation pods. And the only thing we can do with these useless people is that we can have them watch TV all day. And somehow we make money from that. I don't know. It's the way it works. There and there. That means we now have set up some power poles to this. I don't think that's good actually. I think this one has to go away. That and that is good enough. Yes. So as long as each of these tiles are covering, then that's good. Then I'm going to get a bridge at that point as well. Only when the bridge is prioritized or built will we... Oh, funny, these are always prioritized. Interesting. And so they're not working yet because they are not having... yeah, they're not powered. So only when they're powered will they work. And that will probably give us another issue when it comes to power. This also means that power is something I'd really want to focus on. So for example, we have an energy plant here. I'd love to get that energy plant. That'll cost us 1,000 credits. We currently don't make any credits, but I have plans to make money soon. So now we have a potential for making a power plant, which will then be built somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe that one? Yeah. Let's make a power pylon there. Yeah. And what do we have? These obsidian ruins. Oof, I really like this one. Can I exchange some more of these? Yeah, I can exchange a little bit more. Now up to 65. I really want this ruin for all of the glorious things here. So we'll wait for this energy bridge connected. That means in here, if we look in, they will now be powered. Great. So we now have housing for 4. That means we can go over here to the spaceport and look at migration. We are just getting these inbound. They are coming in. They are citizens. Now citizens, they don't work. They're just here. That's just whatever. And that's obviously a little bit annoying. But they don't work, but they can work in one thing, and that is in here we can assign them to be just watching ads, and that will make us money. But they'll only make us money if you see we're now in the yellow bar. Then that means the leisure, that means don't make money here. We have the sleep schedule, we don't make money there, and we have the work schedule. So before they get to the work schedule, I'd actually really like to get some more habitation pods up and running here. Let's try to be a bit aggressive on this because we'd really like to start making money there. And let's see. That one and that one should be fine. So once these are built, then we can actually get 4 more population here. We're probably gonna run out of power soon, but that's if we look at, let's look at this one. No, that's not it. The cethane. Okay, so if we wanted to get a production, they would be built here or here, maybe even. Let's build them here. That would be, this could then be, let's go. This will be a good place for us to build a power plant. Can we build a power plant? No, that needs a ton of minerals. Oops. What we can do though is make some... Oh, hold on. This one is the one we wanted. We wanted 80 because we can get some mineral 2 and mineral 3 and isotope 2 and isotope 3. That is massively worth it. So as soon as this bar goes up, the blue bar, and we have 80, perfect. Salvage. Definitely not. Definitely a good thing. Victory point top influencer in revoked. What? Really? Don't know. High winds, what does that mean? Current effect. Oh, we don't know. We don't know. It disappeared. We also have the other one. Now this factory is going to be a refining factory. That's also important. So let's jump on into this factory and start making a refining process, because we can take one tier 1 that's worth 1 money. Oh, look at that. We have someone coming in here who wants to say something.
Oh, Founder, glad I caught you. I just want a moment to tell you again how grateful I am. The job it's everything I've ever dreamed of, honestly. The amount of power your team is playing with here is very exciting. Most new professionals in my field don't get this kind of responsibility this early. But everyone's got to prove themselves, you know? And the earlier the better, I say. I'd rather flame out the first chance I get than spend years underperforming quietly in a corner. I mean, I don't want to flame out at all, but you know what I mean. Take big chances. Fail fast. Founder, I just wanted to say, thank you for giving me the chance to fail fast. I won't fail, but thank you for giving me the opportunity to fail, but I won't fail. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Yeah, that's... Some of the NPCs are a little bit annoying. If you get my drift. Little teeny tiny bit annoying. But, aside from that, it's okay. Let's see. Can we get more so we... This is interesting. We can get someone with a 0, but just get some isotopes and stuff. Yeah, let's get that. That's free resources. Now, we really want this one to be processed. Once it's processed, we can bring it back. We can then use this to upgrade our headquarters. That's what we really want to do. In this location, we are draining batteries. That's a little bit of a problem. Battery stored, you can see our batteries are just draining constantly. So we are definitely going to need to set something, to turn something off. And especially since it's not really, it's still consuming power, even though we're not really using it for anything. So what I really want to do is I want to get this one upgraded. This costs 27. And the thing is, I have 27, but each of the tier 1 could be converted into one tier 2, which is way more, and then one tier 3. That's way more again. So it's kind of, do I want to wait until I have the refining done, or do I want to build it? But I can't build the refining because I don't have enough power. And we're not getting enough power until this one gets done. So once this one gets done and it's actually being brought back home, then we will get a massive boost to money, and that money can be used for building a power plant right here, or we can use it for upgrading, or we can do both. And once that's done, then we can take the second floor and make it into power plant in the headquarters as well. So now you can see we've brought a lot of this back here, and now it's much easier for us to upgrade, because as I upgrade, we will bring the materials in here. Actually, it's fabricating building. When you upgrade a building, then it gets another floor in this case. Then we are available, or it'll stop working while it's doing that. It means everything will shut down in the meantime. That's kind of unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. You can see that these are shutting down because while this is in the process of upgrading, we don't get this one. So it's a little bit dangerous to upgrade because you don't really you don't have access to what you're working on. What I also want to do is, let's see, this one. I really like this build. It's pretty neat. You can see they're also having waste on the ground. Oh, hold on. Was it possible to do at least one waste facility in here? I think we can do at least one waste receptacle there. That's all we can do. Sorry. All you can do for that. Now we just wait for the headquarters to be done, and once we have that done, we can actually build another level. Once we have another level, then we can go in here. Well, actually, we can go in here and just have a look at what we built, because we can build it in the meantime. What we want to do is build this part. This is a processor to convert level 1 resources into level 2 resources. And the way I'm doing it, I'm just going to pause it so I can build what I consider to be a decent design. So I think this design is good. Let me replicate it over for the other part here, and it will be at this one. The first thing is we need this one that processes. Then we're going to get isotopes in, and this power plug has to plug in there. And we'll have one for minerals and one for isotopes. And they're going to be, well, similar. Then we're going to have a trash module out on this side, also connected. Then we have an output module hit on this side. Then we have an employee module set here. So that's basically taking up all the space we have available in this area. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set this, if I go here and here, that will cover everything and everything will be powered. We just need a bridge to get its power in and out, and then we need some storage. What kind of storage do we need? Well, the output wise, this will be there, and I'm going to build some input here, input here. So these two inputs will be isotope 1, these two inputs will be isotope 1, no, mineral 1, and this will be isotope 2 out, and this will be mineral 2 out. And then because we don't know what else to do, then let's also make some trash locations in here, because why not? That is kind of essential that we always remember the trash. We can make another storage, but they're kind of expensive at this point. So let's try to make this part, and the bridge, will be higher prioritized. So that'll be our refining. That takes care of refining things from level 1 to level 2, and that's just going to be continuously working. Over on the side, as we get more of the higher tiers inbound, I hope we still have these in here, some tier 3. They are each worth 25, so that's actually 150 just lying here, 150 minerals, which we want to make a new power plant. But we also got this one. We have another floor number 2, which will also be possible for us to make that. And until further notice, I think I actually want to make basically the same as what we have below. We can change that later on. Almost. And I will be... yeah, we'll do this. Oh, funny. That's actually not inside the network. This is a bit of a problem. Wow, there's a lot of devices complete. Now, what I also want to do in this location, I'll put the fuel tank out here. Then we want to build something that we haven't done yet, is a conversion module. Conversion module is an opportunity for us to take our citizens and promote them into employees. It's a bit of a gruesome task, but yeah, it is what it is. We need to do these kind of things. And what else? We need some trash. We need some trash storage a lot in here. How do we get that in a meaningful way? We'll build the bridge in here and make sure that you're high priority. Alright, so that's a lot of things that got built. Let me check that I'm not accidentally using some higher tier resources. No, I'm not using it. Good. Alright, this is still on here. Oh, look at all these devices complete. Let's go in here and see what's going on. So, we need to assign a worker here, and we need to assign a worker here. Except we don't have enough power. So maybe we don't assign a worker here and we turn all of these off, so they don't use power. And this one is disabled, 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 and you disabled. Good. So they're all disabled now. We'll keep this one enabled if at all possible. Then what is important here, I can filter, so this will only be filtering mineral 1. This will also only be filtering mineral 1. And the output will only be filtering mineral 2. And likewise on this side, I will just only be filtering isotope 1 on the inbound side, because it's shorter walking path for the little workers. And on the outside, I love the fact that we just get device completed for everything in the meantime. But let's go in here, get the device completed. Once we're up on the second floor, there, we should have... oh wow, energy is not even with this one is it enough. That's crazy. That's crazy. Why is that? Well, maybe it is because this one isn't built yet. Oh, it is built. Damn. So we don't have enough power. That is really problematic. I really thought we would have enough power with all this done, and I can't even make this here because, well, maybe I can just dismantle this. And then we can get a little bit more power. Although this is only 3 additional power. That's not enough. These are really expensive power-wise, aren't they? Yeah, they are. So I'm going to disable one of those, and then we'll come back and figure out what they're for. All right, so we should be, once we built this little one, yeah, that should be good. And then we can make, I don't know what we can make, power like that, and then we have a storage location here for, can't be waste, but it really needs to be waste. So we'll put a few waste here, just get that going. All right, so this is now built. Oh, I think I need to leave this be until that's built. Cool. So in here, let's go in. At this point, we have this working. If we we can get it working. Money-wise, we are making more money than we need. You can see here, daily work is accruing, so that is a little bit safer. That's nice. I'll salvage some more of the stuff here. That is an expensive one, but it's also really valuable in terms of higher materials. These obsidian ruins are really nice. I'll take that. Normal ruins. We'll take the artifacts in this case. Because artifacts, we can't really get new artifacts, so that's kind of important to keep up. Oh, this one has a lot of waste. Waste is a problem because right now we don't have a way to deal with waste. We only have a way to sort of, have it, store it. We can see now that we are getting some of these resources from here being brought inbound. And as they're being brought inbound, we are finally getting more. Once we have 200, we will be able to make a power plant out here. And that's going to be our next objective, which will also help by converting some of the tier 1s into tier 2s. That will by itself just add a 5x multiplier. For this reason, even though when we hit 200, then I don't want to use it because I don't want to use my expensive ones on something that's kind of useless. This one can also be upgraded to the next tier. That's 9. We can easily do that. That's just 3 isotope 3s. And then we can do the processing from tier 2 to tier 3 at the next level when we have more power. But you can see that's slowly getting up here. And that's managing of the money is really in a convoluted way. Oh, there you go. We can get the last of these inbound. Unfortunately, it comes in at the tail end of our work schedule. It's a bit unfortunate. In here, we can trade some more. So we get some more... there we go. We traded all we can. And now we definitely need to get some more minerals. Or some more artifacts. That's what we want. Artifacts. Ooh, that's not worth it. That is not worth it. This one, you can be surveyed, right? Oh, you can also see that we got more stuff inbound because we just extended our... we upgraded our headquarters. We can't upgrade it again. But that meant that we now have additional range out here. So there are new things that came into our area that we can then survey and take a look at whether that's something we want to buy. And we can also build more command centers later on to expand our domain even further. And rocks are not important. 237. So if I would do this, I would be... yeah, I think it's time for us to build the energy plant. There we go. That's going to be a huge boon for us. So that will be done here. That will take, you can see all of our mineral 3 and some of our mineral 2 and then a little bit of normal isotopes. Get that out here. But once we get it, damn, it's going to be nice. And let's see. I think that the last thing we want to do right now is... oh, we did get... hold on. This... I'd actually like this one to be upgraded as well, so we can get more people making more money. So get an upgrade for that, especially doing an upgrade during the leisure time. You know what? We don't care if they spend the leisure time in construction work, as long as the working time is not interrupted. That's the only thing that matters. Don't interrupt the working time. Up here, we now have these buildings. Oh, we have a little bit more power, so I can switch you on. This is now we can use artifacts to convert one citizen into an employee. It is a voluntary process. Don't worry. It's fine. We can convert 2 of them at once. We can also convert here if we had more artifacts, and if we... I don't know why this one's not here. We definitely need more artifacts now, so we can get that. This is definitely not where we want artifacts, because there's some really good high-end ones. This Let's survey that first so we know what it's worth. It's just... Okay, they are surveying here. Is it worth it? 2 artifacts? Yeah, we'll take those 2 artifacts because whatever. And they are surveying. That's kind of where we use a lot of our time here. Survey complete. Still this one. 120. That is an absurd amount. But it's also very, very valuable. That is incredibly valuable. I don't think I even have 100... Are able to get to 120. Huh. 2 artifacts. Or we can relay energy. I don't want to relay energy from one of these. I want to get 2 artifacts. And here I definitely want to get 2 artifacts. Look at that. Trade artifacts. Claim. Get artifacts. So that's a net positive in that regard. This is being upgraded. So we get a 2nd floor for this. And on the 2nd floor, this is also our energy plant is being upgraded. That is absolutely amazing. Which should give us a massive amount of energy. Which also means that the energy plant in here, probably energy plant there, will be shut off. I think. As long as this one gets an assigned person in here, then it'll be working. Right, and into this location, do we have resources? We have some of those resources. What is the problem here? Draining batteries. Yeah, okay, so as long as it's draining batteries, that's not really what we want. In here, we can also get our other one online. Each of these take 1 power, so let's get them online. Online, this will upgrade our isotopes to the next level, and you also need 1 person assigned. So you can also see that we're starting to see people being assigned here and there. I'm gonna enter this and go up to the 2nd floor, and we have now some more, so we can just convert. Can't convert more. Why not? Well, we only have 2 people because we have 2 converting things, so we can convert 2 at a time. Then let's... Oh, no. Oh, because they bring so much junk with them. Living space. Huh. Okay, this one should be fine. As soon as one of them gets converted, then this will decrease, and we will get able to have 3 inbound here. So that should be fine. Just wait a second, and then that will be working. We can now see that we are burning out our fuel info here, or our fuel. And this mineral patch, definitely want to claim that and remove it, because this is where I want to extract minerals from. I'm surprised this one is not converting. Or this here was not converting. It should. Huh. Alright, well, we'll just wait for this while getting something in here. We're burning through that part. That means we could do on a power. We can do a fuel turbine. It's cost 1,000. Let's do it. Convert. And we can't build it because, of course, we don't have the money for it. Never mind. Completely forgot that. And I'm going to go in here and check why we are not converting our resources or our citizens into employees. Oh, there we go. We got someone coming in or out. So they're going in there, and then we basically what happens is that you take all the squishy parts out and replace them with robotic parts, and that's all the squiggly parts coming out. Blah. There we go. They are now conversion complete, and we can then get you inbound. Look at how big that ship is. And that gets us more. Because they can work day in, day out. But citizens really have their leisure time and all that junk. That is that's a waste. We don't want people like that. We want people like these, just diligently working, going out here, salvaging our resources, going back in here, constructing more. So let's build another floor. We just flinched up another floor, and that could get us basically another floor like this. Oh, we have a new transmission. Let's open that while we are working.
Technology for every solution. Kirk Solutions? Is this the best they can come up with? This is word sludge. I've seen prettier parking tickets. Hey, Annika! Yeah, hey, tell the kids down at marketing to go home early. Because if they're not going to work, then they can slack off at home.
Oh, rival corp leader.
No, I'm not paying them for it. Are you joking? When did you get funny? Oh, like it. Keep it up. Now, Scram, unlike some people, I got stuff to do. Like squeezing that sweaty little wart Balric for my investment money. Oh, hey, wait a second. Yeah, get back here. Balric did say he was dropping by, right? Cool. So clear my schedule for the rest of today. Then I'm gonna give this guy a full order of the old Kirk charm. Those credits are all mine, baby.
Right, that was weird. Don't know what that was, but that's a rival gang member, I guess, who is doing stuff. Well, he's just having a good old time. That's fine for him. What we just want to do here is we are kind of in a pretty good position. The definite thing that we want to do we have a lot of tier 1s and tier 2s. So that's pretty good. That means we can also go up and make like one more little thing, go up to floor 2, and then at this point we can actually make the conversion from tier 2 processors to tier 3 processors. Unfortunately, at this point, we just don't have the money for building all of this, so we're gonna have to make do with just making it for this one, the mineral input. Then we are also going to build this one as the output for tier 3. Yes, and if I rotate it, then I guess that one could be for tier 2. So tier 2 comes in and then tier 3 goes out. Yes. And then we multiply it by 2. Good. Going out here, that will be built eventually. The one thing we definitely don't have enough of is, as you can see here, we are running out of fuel. And because we're running out of fuel, our power is super unstable. And it'll continue to be unstable for as long as that's the case. That means up here on the top floor, we could very much remove you. Dismantle. Look at all the trash. Trash is bad. Oh, did I just... Generator 1, it is this one that's being deconstructed? Yes. So see if we can, and this is a fuel tank, we can also deconstruct that and see if we can build a few of these instead here, the fuel generator instead, and see if we can squeeze those in here. That would be helpful. Each of these is producing 5, so if we could build 2 of them, that would be nice. I don't know, can we? I don't think so. This one is a little bit smaller. This one generates 1/3 of it. I kind of feel that it should be possible to build it. Yeah. We'll try. Once this one gets deconstructed. Prioritize. Let's get those out. Cool. That is really a good start for our early things. You can see the rebel camp is also, threat level is increasing. So at some point in the not too distant future, we also need to deal with the threat of incoming ships. It means building passive defenses, later on making active defenses in terms of making ships, which is a completely different ball game. What we need to do at this point is just scale up, expand, build it more stable in all regards to what we can do. And then I'll have this one. Yeah, you are... Oh, this one's not built, that's why it's... But you need to assign one here. Yep. So I hope that this was giving you a sense of what this game is about. I very much like it. It's somehow just... It has this nice balance, the tension between citizens and employees, and the different resources, the clever way of upgrading resources, the exploration, the how do you claim more territory. It's very different because you're actually claiming territory. Yeah, claiming territory instead of sort of having scouts. You can't send scouts out to do anything. This is just the area that you have, and you can just explore only by building command centers out here to explore further out. So it's a very interesting change of philosophy from this, and I like it. I like it very much. So hope you like it as well. And if so, then let's continue on this journey in the next episode as we progress. There. Oh, that was actually quite clever to build it like this, and I think that might actually work. And what else can we do here for this? We can build some fuel storage here, so we get that there, and then we definitely need just the rest of it just anyway. Maybe we take one of these out for now, so we can get access to this. Cool. That is going to be it for us. If you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button. Comment if there's things that you think I'm missing or things I'm not explaining correctly. Then I'd be happy to summarize that in the next episode. And of course, if you for some reason are not subscribed to the channel, well, consider subscribing so you can keep up with all the good content that I try to bring to the channel. And if you want to see more, I will also be trying to stream this in a different sort of setting on Twitch. So check out my Twitch channel. And the last thing, of course, is if you want to go the extra mile and help out, then I do have a Patreon. And I very much appreciate all the support that you guys are giving, so I can continue to do what I do here. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care and stay effective.